November marks National Epilepsy Awareness Month. For LSU wide receiver C.J. Daniels and his mother Natalie, it's a cause near and dear to their hearts.
I was diagnosed with epilepsy at the age of 5. I began to have seizures. My parents took me to see the neurologist. They did an MRI scan and they saw a scar on the left side of my brain. It was the size of a dime. And they said, "Your daughter has epilepsy. Here's some medication that she needs to take." Back then, they just gave them a pamphlet and said, this is epilepsy. This is something that you guys are going to have to deal with. My parents had to kind of do some research themselves to know about seizures and know how to do the first aid related to seizures. My firstborn son, I had no seizures, but unfortunately, I had seizures during my entire pregnancy with CJ. At one point, I had a lot of seizures where the doctor said, you're going to have to come to me every week now because we're concerned. CJ came 2 months early, 2.5 months early. And the crazy thing about it, the doctor was so happy to see CJ. He said, "He's here, but he's okay." So he's my miracle baby. Growing up with his big brother, he informed him on what to do. And at a very young age, Cameron advised CJ, "Don't be scared when you see mom shake or fall. We have to help her. We have to turn her on her side." And I think that, he grew so much into just learning more and more and then managing seeing his mom having epilepsy and seizures. I used to just cry because they're my caregivers. They have to see what I go through, and I'm pretty sure that it hurt them, but I used to always tell them, "Thank you. Thank you for just being there for me and just being understanding," because there are a lot of people in the epilepsy community, they don't have the support that I may have.
I met a lot of epilepsy survivors while being in the hospital all of that time. And it was amazing how our stories were somewhat similar. And I stated to my dad, I said, "I feel like I need to do something. I'm meeting so many people who are just like me. We have these similar stories and they need the help."
I told him maybe a support group or a nonprofit organization. And my dad said, "Don't be a sayer, be a doer." Ages of Epilepsy started right before my final brain surgery in 2008. Being an advocate, it's literally sharing your story. It's mentoring other people. And with that combined together, along with the organization, it helped out so much. CJ started in high school. He already seen what I was doing. He was always there volunteering and just seeing what his mother was doing and our organization. And his senior year, he had the football team wear purple for Epilepsy Awareness Month. CJ asked the coaches and the staff to say, "Hey, if you guys can just please recognize that November is Epilepsy Awareness Month. My mom has an organization and we just want to do this." And when they did it on that day, the announcers stated, "November is Epilepsy Awareness Month." I just started to cry. From that point, I believe that it gave CJ momentum to keep going.
It kind of just hit me like, there were like a couple people that could relate to my story, and it was just crazy to see like there's people out here that don't speak up. I'm an advocate and this is actually getting somewhere, and I can relate to other people. Like, we have similar stories, and it's very rare to find someone that grew up through the same struggles or the same battles that I had to face.
Our organization, we interact with so many other epilepsy organizations, and being here in Louisiana, definitely Epilepsy Alliance Louisiana. I met with them a few months ago and we gave gifts for children right here in Baton Rouge. And we've stayed connected, and even today we've worked together just to put this seizure safety first aid out at LSU, for people to come out, because it is very, very important. They need to know.
It happens to be Epilepsy Awareness Month. So knowing that it's a month that we would want to celebrate, knowing that we have people that are affected and impacted by seizure disorders, They basically reached out to see if we would be a good platform for them. And since we are a health and wellness community, and that's one of our focuses, and we know we have student athletes that are impacted by this, we thought it would be a great opportunity to be able to host something for them.
So we're going to be doing this throughout the night. Put up your number 4s, everybody. You can put up both hands if you want to. You can make it an 8. That's fine too. Okay.
First of all, it is very, very important for people to know about seizure first aid because anyone at any time could have a seizure, so you need to know seizure first aid and safety.
1 in 10 people will experience seizure in their lifetime. 1 in 26 people who develop their epilepsy in lifetime, and chances are that someone in your circle is affected as well. Over 55,000 people living in Louisiana have epilepsy actively. So that's whole stadium full of individuals needing our support. At Tiger Stadium, every fan counts, and in life, every person matters.
The stats tell me that I probably have come across a lot of people who are experiencing these things. The more education I can give myself, and the more education that we could in turn pass on to others, the more prepared we all will be for these certain circumstances when they come up.
I vividly remember the first time I've ever seen my mom seize. I was 4 years old, and I vividly just remember like her just shaking and me being there, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. It was kind of out of my control. It's so hard to see someone you love just be in those situations, because all you want to do is make it right for them because they've been through so much.
I am so proud. It is amazing just with the accomplishments as far as his advocacy, what he's done over the years, and by him being at LSU and allowing us to do this seizure first aid and safety training. It's just amazing. So I greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Shit, warrior. That's really all I can say. It's just crazy to me, someone that battles with the same condition wants to go out and help people with the same condition.
Stand for epilepsy!
I think that's where I can battle adversity. I get that from her, and I think I definitely correlate that with football because there's a lot of adversity we go through in the game, and I've been through so much adversity in my life. Just seeing her, this makes me strive to accomplish my dreams, just to know that it can be done because I've already seen it before.